Hello, 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 all my wonderful, amazing, fantastic machine heads. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Realistic Farming Channel for Farming Simulator 22, where we use real tractors, we use real equipment, we have realistic tutorials, and we have a real lot of fun. We are on episode 6, I do believe. I think this is episode 6 or 7. I'm not quite sure. Don't quote me on that, but we are rocking and rolling. So we have wheeled and dealed and changed a few things. We got that field rock picked up. The next field over rock picked, and he is over working in field 83, and he's almost done. And what we're going to do today is we're going to work on seeding. So I changed out the Lemkin, which was 12 meters. I told you guys I'd find a 9 meter, which I did. And now we don't need a separate fertilizer spreader because now we can lime and then we can put the fertilizer and seed right on at the same time. This is also a direct drill, so we don't even have to rock pick if we don't want to. But I also changed, remember how I had the little thing here, right here, I left the spot for you. So now I've got seeds, I got fertilizer, seeds, and lime down there. So I can drive right in here like this. We're going to open the seed cover, and we're going to put fertilizer in here. It's going to hold 3,000 and 4,000, so we should be able to seed. Like I said, we're going to set up course play, and then we're going to seed the first couple of headlands. And then send them off. That way the corners are done correctly. Ooh, that took a lot. That took a lot. I hope this doesn't take all our money, because we had to take out a $104,000 loan to buy this thing. This thing was expensive. It was $112,000. Even after selling the Lemkin, I had to buy a couple other pieces of equipment. But we also have an issue that we found with the map, and I will show you very quickly. Let's close this. See, now we can come right out like this and come out here, and we don't have to back up or anything. We're going to take Big Red down, who has now officially 10.8 hours on her already. You believe that? Once we get this field seeded, then we are going to go to bed for the night. We've been working since 8 o'clock this morning. That's 16 hours real time, even though it's only 8 hours in game. So it's taken me 16 hours to get these 3 fields prepped. But I did mow field 87. Let me show you where we are at on the map. Down here. Right in here. I mowed that, and I got 28 bales off of it. And what we did, I'll show you right here, since there's no traffic. Hop the hedge, and I stacked him here. So as soon as he gets going on course play, this is what we're going to do. We are going to stack or wrap these. So I had 28. I kept 24. I sold 4 grass bales and kept these. Now, here's the issue. So, Farm Sim Briscoe, when you watch this, and I know you will, there is an issue with the map. One issue. After 16 hours of gameplay, I finally found one issue. And it's not even that bad of an issue. It's not game breaking or anything, and it doesn't affect the map. This right here, okay, this section and this field over here, you cannot mow them. I tried with 5 different mowers, and all it does is mulch them. Now, if you plant the grass on, or paint the grass on, if you paint it on, you can mow it. I did test it. I tested it with every in-game, no mods, every in-game mower, and it works. If you paint the grass on, so if you go under construction, and then if you go under landscaping and you hit plants, and you put this one right here, right? Okay, you can mow it. Okay, or, and I did test this also, if you plow it in and make a field. Now also, there's one more issue that is not even game breaking and doesn't even matter. I don't even know if you did it on purpose or not, but these 2 trees that are in the middle of the field do not have hit markers on them. I'll show you. We're going to go straight, running straight through them, because I tried to delete them. And shebang. And shebang. So, for the sense of realism, if we could put hit markers on those. If not, it's not the end of the world. I'm still going to mow around them. And like I said, both of these issues, remember, 16 hours I have gameplay on this now. And that's the only 2 issues that I found with the map. And look, I fixed them technically in-game. I painted this on because what we're going to do, everybody, is we're going to make Farm Sim Briscoe look really good because I think this map deserves a 5-star rating, and I think this map deserves his giving him the love that he deserves. Let me turn my microphone down. It's a little crackling. I updated my Streamlabs OBS, and I had to reset the microphone. But we're going to give him lots and lots and lots of love because he absolutely is an amazing guy. So, to fix this real quick, paint the grass on, and you're good to go. Now you have a grass field. Or what we're going to do is we painted the grass on so that we can mow it first to get the grass like we would normally. We would come on here and mow it, and then we're going to plow it in and make a field, and that solves the problem. So, I just wanted to point that out to him, but he deserves all of the love. This map is amazing. This map is great. And in the famous words of Fury, this map is fantastic as usual. So we're going to give him love. All right, so let's take our now. And I also have to go through, and when I subsoil next time, I got to go a little bit wider with that. Just it'll clean these right up. So not the end of the world. But this map is great. All right. So let's go this. Now we can just spread lime, and we don't have to have that Massey Ferguson. Even though it's 42 meters, we can apply the seeds and fertilizer. We would have been done with this already. Let's get him folded down. And now I did do a test spot in the middle. You'll see when I come around. We're going to get him set up right here, and then I'm going to do my course play. We're going to do that. We're going to do temporary course, open it. We're going to do 2 headlands because I think that's all he needs with these. And we're going to overlap that. We're going to generate course, and then we're going to go back, back, and I want to see where my lines are, and let's turn him off like this, and let's go. Now, we're going to do these ourselves. And we're just going to follow the course play as best we can, at least for the headlands. And then when we get onto the passes, then we will... oh, you know what? I could go wider on that and get rid of that altogether. Let's do this real quick. Nope. All right, we'll get back on the headland. I'm just going to follow this, like I said, and get him going. We also have, just so you guys know, look, he's cruising right along. This is the iconic rock picker. It goes at 10 miles an hour, but it also holds 25,000, 50,000, or it goes 25, 50, 100, or 500,000 liters of rocks. So he's done 3 full fields on this, and then we can dump him into our wagon. So I want to let you guys know that he is down here working. And there we go. See, now we're applying fertilizer and seeds at the same time. And we'll be good to go. And then we'll turn him loose on the nearest waypoint when we get a chance. I just want to make sure that the headlands are done correctly so we don't lose anything. And this was a trick that my brother Gutterball showed me. And this, like I said, this will be the last episode of this day. So 6 episodes or 7. I can't remember which one we're on, but it's 6 or 7. I think it's 7, to be honest with you, because I'm just uploading episode 5 tonight in about 30 minutes. And then I have episode 6 in the wings ready to go for tomorrow. And then this is episode 7. So I'm officially 3 episodes ahead. So when you guys see this, I'll show also the we took a contract for mowing. We borrowed the equipment, so it's all hooked up, ready to go. So as soon as we get those bales wrapped, I want to put them in stacks on the sausage baler. That's what we call it. We want to put them in wraps of or piles of 24, so that when we get ready to load them and they're ready to go, we can just load up a full load and go 24. Now, grass bales, we found out grass bales or straw bales for 24 of them we make between $8,000 and $9,000, which is absolutely epic. And grass bales sell for about $300 a bale. So I sold 4 bales and I made $1,200. So that's pretty cool. So this is putting on seed and fertilizer. So all of the fertilizer and the things that we did miss, all the little areas, will all be cleaned up now. So going forward, we're going to make sure that we use our famous lime spreader on this, and then we will seed and fertilize afterwards. We don't even have to, because as soon as today is done, or as soon as he's done collecting those rocks, I'm turning rocks off. So then we can sell that iconic rock picker. We don't even need that. So what we'll do then, because the reason I'm doing that, and I told you guys I was going to do that already, is because in real life, once you get a field full of rocks, you don't have to do it year after year after year after year. You get the big ones out of the way, and then you don't have to do it. So we did it for the first year. I don't even care if I sell the rocks in that for all I care. You know what I mean? And then we're going to turn the rocks off for starting at fresh. And then starting after we sleep, we're going to go 1x speed and still try to keep it 4 to 6 videos per game day. So you guys don't have to watch it. Now, if we're doing contracts, that's okay, because as soon as these are planted, I've got all my fields planted, ready to go. So we won't have to, we're just going to be waiting for these to grow. So the first thing we're going to do is do that baling contract on field 76. And then after we do that one, then we're going to probably start mowing on ours, on our field. And I got it set up where I bought the Pottinger. Now, I did have the Kloss mowers, but when you're in the middle of doing everything legit, you're trying to save money where you can. So I sold those, and I bought the Pottinger, which was cheaper. But it's also 1.5 meters smaller. But the advantage is the Pottinger can now windrow. So we don't need a windrower. And then, when you're going 9.5, 10 meters wide, that's enough to bale. So we'll be able to bale it. Now this contract that is coming up is for baling grass into silage. So it's a silage contract, basically. And then we're just going to sell the grass bales that they give us, because I only want to make round bales into silage. So they won't be fermented. They'll be ready to go. So this way we can get him going on course play. You guys get a chance to see some seeding. 9 miles an hour is about right. You can seed right along. So for those of you asking, that is the right speed. And then, like I said, we're going to go 1x speed and still the 1-day months. And it'll be, like, for example, so if I play an hour, it'll be an hour instead of this having to play a half hour. So it's exciting and it's fun. I'm sorry about leaving the course play up there, but I want to make sure I know where I'm at. There we go. Now this 9DC, this Horse Pronto 9DC, was my favorite go-to seeder in FS. We're going to actually cut him off. See how he normally would spin there? We're going to do this. We're going to get him over to where he needs to be, through the hedges. Lower him down. Now we'll hit our cruise control, and off he goes. So this way we keep it straight, and we still follow that line where I'm following the little orange dots as best I can. And then we're going to, after he's done, we're going to set him off on the passes. And his passes usually start up here. Yeah, it's where I went out a little wider. They're trying to clean that up, so. This was a little trick I learned from my brother Gutterball, is if you're having problems with course play doing the corners the way you want them, then what you do is you do the headlands and then set your course play off on the passes. And you set it to nearest waypoint, and you just go to get them all set up, and then you're ready to go. So let's get to the end of, actually right here, you guys know how it works. You're going to lose the game sounds, but you're not going to lose me. I want to make sure we are recording. And we are. And we're going back to the game. Yes, yes, yes. And put the cruise back on. And we'll follow his little lead here. And that way we won't have to rock pick anymore. And we'll stop one whole stage. And we'll start getting this thing moved along here. Moved along. Moved along. Because what I like to do with once I get the first headland done, I then like to go all the way to the edge. Now, the course play likes to cut it and like go right around the corner. But you can see what they do. They miss. And a person with like ADD like myself absolutely drives me nuts. Okay. Now I'll back all the way up and turn him around. Get him square. The little nose. Can you see that inside? No, you can. You can. You could follow it in there, I guess, if you did it right. And then I had an issue with my Windows updated. Oh, I can't stand that when they do that. Windows updated, and it set my Streamlabs all crazy, and it set everything up. And then when I came to play the game, I was in and out of Big A's stream. I didn't stay long, but I was watching his stream on this map. And I wanted to do some testing because he said, "Are you having problems with the grass?" So I loaded up the game, and when I came out of the game and went back to YouTube, it messed up my cruise control. Like what it was doing was when I would hit the 3 button on my keyboard, it would just sit there and wouldn't do anything. And then the tractor was just kind of going backwards. It was weird. It was the weirdest thing. But once I did the update on all that stuff, and then I restarted my computer and I came into the game, everything's been fine. We're recording fine. Volume is fine. Everything is good to go. It's good. And that's it, And we don't have to roller because I put the extensions on it. This is rolling as I seed. But first of all, thank you for, man, I'll tell you, not many people watched episode 4, but boy, the ones that did watched it for a long time. I mean, you guys were watching like the whole video, and that makes me happy. Like I said, I've always been the type of person that would rather have somebody quality watching the whole thing, because I'm sitting here talking to myself half the time, than have you guys click through it because you're bored and whatever. But when you guys are watching 45 minutes of the video, that makes me happy. That means that Fury's like accomplishing something right. So thank you for that. Also, if you guys are in a good spot financially, don't hesitate to join the Fury Machine Gaming immediate family members. It's 99 cents a month, and you guys will gain access to tutorials and Let's Plays and merchandise and mod reviews. I've got some things in the work. Like I said, I got to talk to my brother. He's at work during the week, so I don't get to talk to him as much as what I normally do. He'll probably message me sometime today. As you see, it's Thursday. Probably in the morning he'll say, "Hey, it's Friday." But he'll ask why I'm so quiet. And usually what I try to do is I try to give him his time and his space and his stuff, because he is working. I don't want to bother him while he's working. And there we go. And then once we get around this corner, we will then go to up in that corner and start him on his passes. And then he'll work his way around, and he'll come this way, and he'll stop over here. And then we can disappear, and I think I'm going to find a place to sell those rocks and then shut them off. And we're ready, man. We're ready, because next month is going to be fun. Next month is going to be hustling, so we're going to have to utilize course play. And this is the other reason I chose a cedar. Now, it's not the greatest, biggest, humongous, ginormous cedar in the world, but it's a direct drill. It's 9 meters, which is what we want to go for. And it also seeds and fertilizes. So that was big pluses for me, because now we can just lime and then we can start seeding. We would have had this done yesterday's episode. And I'm still going to play a little bit ahead and get us onto something different every episode. But now we had 7 episodes for this game day, which is not bad. Out of a 12-hour game day, pretty much. So that's not too bad, but we actually played 16 hours to get us where we need to. Like I said, after this video's done, it's 17 hours. So 17 hours to get what we needed to do. So you cut that in half. With adding things like this, things like that. Yes, to answer Bill's question, okay, Cowboy Bill 40 or United Bill 40. I'm going to call him Cowboy because he sounded pretty downtrodden about changing his name, and I felt bad for him. So because we were picking on him, but Cowboy Bill, asked me a question, and I answered it in the comments, but I'm going to give a little more detailed. He asked me, he's like, okay, so I'm playing realistic, and I think is this where I go? Where's the arrows go? Which way's the arrows go? Does it matter? Yes, because he would have come here, right? I think we'll try it. We'll try it. Like this. I don't know why he's doing an angled thing, but we'll go like that, and then we're going to try to put him on his way here and see what he does. If he turns right, then we got it right. And we did everything we were supposed to do. We got our corners right. I think we're going to be good. Let's see. Oh, no. I'm seeding wheat. That's okay. I guess we plant wheat. I wanted to seed sorghum, but I can't change it now. I got so busy going, oh, Fury made a mistake. It's okay. We'll get her. There we go. We got her on the right thing. So let me get out of here. All right, so Cowboy Bill asked for realism. He said he got done harvesting, and he went to bale the straw, and it started raining. All right, Bill, so here's what you do. In real life, you wouldn't touch that hay or that straw for at least 2 to 3 days, but you still want to flip it over. So what we used to do is we would take our tedder and flip it upside down with the tedder. It just sprays it everywhere and helps it dry out. So let's go down and ride with... Oh, he's done. Sweet. All right, so let's find a rock spot. But you would flip it over with your tedder, and that way underneath, because if you don't have your straw completely dry, it will mold, just like hay will everything else. You want it completely ready to go. So, all right, here goes. I can't forget, guys. We're going to go to settings, and we're going to go to this one, and we're going to turn rock picking off. Fieldstone will be now off, and we're going to turn weeds off because we won't play with that. Let's just get our crops done. Yeah, because I don't want to buy a sprayer. So we got enough to do already. But anyways, Bill, yes, you want to flip it over, get it dry, and then come back. And if you have to windrow it again, you have to windrow it because the windrower will spray it everywhere. It'll spray those straw swaths everywhere, just like your grass. And you'll have to come back and windrow it again. But I don't know how it's going to work in the game because the game never represents... the game doesn't represent like realism. It does its best that it can. I'm also going to dump this in this trailer, and then I'm going to sell this rock picker, and we're done picking rocks forever. I did it the first episode so that you guys can see how it works. But what a gorgeous map. But I hope that helped, Bill, and I hope it got understood, because that guy, he tries and he does, and he succeeds playing extremely realistic. And so I wanted to give him a shout out. I gave some shout outs last time, and BC Paladin was super excited to say, hey, he's like, oh my gosh, that's the first time that I've ever heard my name on a stream. So we're going to keep going. Who else? Who do I want to shout out this time? Doesn't that dump in there? Let's go into the field, which you never would do because this is seeded. Do I have to be hooked up to a tractor to do it? Nope. There we go. Nice. Okay, so I got BC Paladin last time. I got Old Cranky before that. Who do we want to do this time? Let's see. I want to sell the rock picker, which will give us less. It'll give us $44,000. Rocks are done. See with this fertilizer spreader, will now be for lime only, and then our we also could probably download the this trailer, but I want to keep everything for a little bit, as my brother would say. Who else's comment? Let's Christopher's been commenting. Bart's been commenting a lot. Who else is on there that hasn't commented in a while? Let's back up here. Diane finally made a comment. So welcome, Diane. Big A. He's been making comments. I'll try to shout you guys out as best you can. But what I want to do is start shouting out members, more importantly. All right, so let's go where we can sell our rock-a-ponies here. There's got to be a rock picker seller thingy. If not, I'll just empty it. Isn't there a rock picker thingy? Stones. Ooh, no sell point. Okay, watch this. We are just wasted a whole bunch of time because I can't have sell points on this, so we're going to empty. There we go. So we wasted a whole day because there's no rock sell point, but that's okay. It's still a gorgeous map, and I'm not going to knock it at all. I mean, for me to be on it as long as I have and only find, like, and how hard is that really to put another, put a sell point of my own down? And you're not going to make a ton of money at rocks anyways. I only did it for you guys. All right, so let's park this and we'll go down and let's start wrapping our bales, because the next episode, I think I want to start that contract, because what we did, let me show you here. Get back to the main map. All the way down to field 76 right here. It's just down the street. It's a grass one. Mow it, bale it, silage wrap it. Boom, boom, boom. This field here, holy cow, guys. 87 got me 28 bales off of it. And it is only, it doesn't tell me on here. Oh, and I want South Central Wisconsin. I want to shout him out. All right, he explained to me what these things are. And what this is my field score. And the more I do on the field, the higher the score I get. And when it gets to 100, then I start getting massive yields and stuff. So as you can see, we're only at 51 here, 50 here, and 50 here. But look at this one down here. One of them was at 80, 57. So that's all there is to that. But all right, do you get points for selling? You get points for selling the crops, right? And we're not selling the crops. So what do we do now? So, all right, Wisconsin, I got to have you leave another comment in the comments section about how do I raise this score? Now, I have seen it where I'm like selling wood chips and stuff, and it'll say, oh, your environmental score will go up. Okay, but how do I get the individual fields to raise up? And the other thing I got to do is, we own 87. Do we have this? We have that. We have that. See, it tells me purchase it again, and I have it. See how it shows it? So if it's not got the colored in it, I got that one and I've got that one, and I'm not buying them again. I will eventually. I don't need to buy that one because that's grass, but we do need to buy that one. And that one, see, minus 24. What's that mean? Minus 40,000. I don't know what that means. What does show values mean? Okay, so soil samples. Okay, lime, 5,000, minus 17%. Mineral fertilizer. Okay, manure, slurry. Which reminds me, what's this? Okay, so nitrogen's perfect. Expected yield 99%. 13.7 tons per hectare. That's yield potential is 13.9, so that's really close to full yield on this. And I'm sorry that it's wheat, but that's okay, because... All right, so let's park him in here. Actually, no, we'll drive over, and we'll start getting the... Now I got to pay attention to what he's on. 61 and 60. See how much... Like, it's crazy. The smaller implements, they go a lot farther. Obviously, they're using less stuff, but, you know, think about how far he's done. 2 headlands, which is 18 meters wide, and he's on... yeah, this is the way the best see it. He's on... Where is he? Doesn't show on this map? Yeah, there he is. See? He's planting wheat, and he's already there. So with this, he'll probably be down in here. But see these little pieces? That's what I want to try to avoid missing. So the fertilizer will get it. This field's a weird course play too. There. But we can keep an eye on him. When he stops, and then we'll go grab him and fill him, and we'll pick him right back up where he needs to go. And then we'll, like I said, we'll sleep, and then we'll plant that one tomorrow. And then we'll do some more contracts to kill some time. And as you see, we've got all the equipment here for the contract. I borrowed it. I have to buy a pallet fork, I think. Do I own one? There we go. Do I own one? Do I own one? Let's just see. Yes, I do. All right, is he on it? So, there's our fork. Oh, it's already on him. Sweet. Let's see our eggs. How many more do we got now? 102 eggs. It's so hard at 0.5 speed. It'll start picking up tomorrow. All right, so now we got to jump in that thing and turn it on, and we are going to use this and start loading some bales. We'll start wrapping some bales. You guys get a chance to see something different for a change. I told you I was going to get it set up every episode with at least something different. We're doing seeding this time, and we're loading some bales here. And then next episode we'll be mowing and then wrapping bales right on the field. So, and then we'll go try to do something different each time. Now I have to jump in here and turn this on and make sure that the and unfold bale wrapper. Let's get that on. It'll automatically wrap them, right? I do believe. All right, let's go, boys and girls. And then you see how this is a stack of 24. When we get a 24 long thing, we'll move the bale wrapper over and we'll do it that way. I left enough space here, I thought. I hope. Nice. Whoops. Don't want to push them anymore there, Fury. He's already set up where you want him. What was that? Okay. That was different. Wonder if it's going to affect it. I don't know. I'm going to do another one. I've never seen it do that before. That's crazy. So we get another one up here. I've never seen one flip up like that. That's crazy. Welcome to Fury's life. Bye. Okay, now you guys got a chance to see what's going on here. All right, so let's try this again. Well, as you guys know, I keep all that stuff in. I don't know what I'm going to have to sell those other 2 bales. I don't know what's going on with that, but that's crazy. It's crazy right there. Like I said, I've never seen one flip upside down like that. Yeah, it's fun. So I think that's sitting in the middle of the field there. And this thing literally flipped around backwards, upside down. That was epic. I should have clipped that. In fact, I may do it and put it in a short. Okay, so I got to get into it and unfold it. Let's try again. Let's try again. Yeah, there it is. I'll just have to unwrap. You know what? I think, can you unwrap them and do them again? Because we'll try that. Let's go right about here again. Get them square. And let's get him out of the way for now. Yeah, that was awesome. So I want to check something. Yeah, this grass here gives a little bit of lag when you got too much of it, so that won't be there that long. Can I unwrap the bales? I don't think you can. Oh, that thing is super heavy even with super strength. Oh my gosh, that thing's heavy. It wrapped, there we go. It wrapped this way. Okay. So technically, did it wrap it? Because we'll just put this at the end. I think it did, right? Yeah, because it's fermenting. All right, we'll leave it. Because I think it, I don't know if it will wrap this, but let's see. Fermenting. Let's see what this one says. This one's grass. So that one's going to be permanently grass because it's not wrapped. But this one's fermenting. All right. Let's try again. Where are we at here? 43 and 49%. Now we can start doing these bales on the ground. That was epic. That was absolutely epic, and I'm so glad that it happened because I've had quite a few episodes now in a row where it hasn't happened. So, that was good. That was good. That was good. We needed that. We needed the laugh, too. Let's get them square this time. Let's see if it happens again. There we go. That one's working right. Nice. So it must be I didn't have it exactly square in there or something like that. You know, you never know in this game. Ooh. This thing does not like to stop. Well, I can tell you that. That's probably half the problem. My forks were not level. So you just gotta like gently put it on there. I tried to slam it on there and it all couldn't, but we still got the bale wrapped, so it worked out. Had to utilize some super strength. Hope you guys understand how that works. Make sure we're square on there. Nice and square. There we go. All right. Number 2. Who does number 2 work for? Actually, number 3. Did this from in here, it'd be kind of cool. Sorry, I'm concentrating. There we go. I just want to do it slow after that flip around. And I think it was just because I had it in there backwards. And what I should have done is just unwrapped it. Or, you know how you cut it off at the end? You cut it off and... I should have just, yeah, could have done that. So that bale at the end will still be grass. So what's nice is when we get ready to, when that one ferments, we'll unwrap it. We'll take the grass bale back off and we'll start another pile with it. Let's see, 35 and 30. Where's he at? Wow, he is hauling. Look how much he's done already. Off just a little bit of... See what I mean? It's like... when the tanks are bigger, you can actually make really good time. Like, the lime now, we will be... And the fertilizer, we won't be using that. We ended up using a lot of fertilizer with that 42-meter one. This little Massey literally is one of my favorite mods. It literally turns on a dime. Ooh, that one took it, so now it's working right. That one took it right off my forks. I'm not going to have enough room. I should have started it. I didn't know that. Yeah, should have started at the other end. Because it's going to run out of room here soon. All these off of Field Little 87. Is that crazy or what? Nope, I want to get square so we don't have no bounce around. Don't have no bounce around. Yeah, it's going to back up. Next pile I've got to put down there and have it work my way back this way. I put it backwards. I put it backwards. Ooh. All right, Fury. Just bouncing bales all over today. That's funny how that literally started wrapping like when I came up with this. I have a good sensor on it or what? That's kind of cool. I think we'll wrap them in piles of 12. So, let's see. 3, 6, 9, 3, 6, 9, 12. And we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Oops. That's not very square there, Fury. Ever since that debacle, now I'm like being real careful about where I put it. Look at him go. He's almost like wrapped up with a 40-acre field. Then I'll plant the other 2 in sorghum. But you guys won't see that. You guys, I'll do that off camera. But we're going to plant the sorghum next month. That'll be the first thing I do in the next episode, or the next... So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. These 2 down here, right here on the ground, and then we'll unwrap it and we'll put it in piles of 12. I wanted to put it in piles of 24, but and I really didn't want it down there, but I do understand. Yeah, see, it turns so much. I got to turn my steering down a little bit so that I'm not, like, making you guys dizzy. Wow, it's almost been an hour already. Believe that? Uh, 3, 6, 9, 12. Okay, perfect. There. Last one. When he's wrapped, we'll wrap it up, and then we'll move it over. Okay. Unload bales. Real life, man. It's just like it. Now, I should be able to move this. I don't know if it'll let me pick up 2 of them or not. I don't know what happened there either. I picked it up, I started going downhill. Okay, now that's the big pile, and then we'll come and we'll unwrap that grass one for the next one, and we'll wrap it again, wrap it off, and then pick it up and put it back on the pile. So, all right, so now let's get into this thing and move it backwards. And put it over there. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Steer correctly there. It's on grass. It doesn't like it. Now we'll leave a little bit of a space here. And we'll start the next row. Let's just go a little bit right to the end. Right there. Awesome. Where am I parked? Where am I parked? It's been an awesome episode, that is for sure. He's got 19 fertilizer left. This little thingy is absolutely fantastic for moving bales around yards and things like that. It's just absolutely fantastic. Now we'll get up here, a little higher, put her on there nice and gently, and off he goes. Nice, nice, nice. Somebody knows, like, it's almost like they know what they're doing. Oops, don't want to move that, Fury. I'm going to try to do one in cab. Like a glove. There, so you guys that want to see in cab, I did one in cab for you. We're gonna be into money. Into money. Now this contract for field 76 that we're doing is going to give us a 14% discount. And that'll be good. Gutterball and I found out the better contracts work really well as long as you don't have a lot of script mods. If you have a lot of script mods in your game, like starting spring and things like that, you will have issues with it. But if you don't have, if that's the only script mod that you have, now I have 2 of them in this one and it's still working. I have the animal extension Oh. The animal extension mod and the... Oh, wow, we're literally last bale. Come on. Wow, I just looked up and it was time to go. Okay. All right, and we're going to stop him here. We'll back him up. We'll actually give us a chance to fill him again before we start him again. All right, everybody. We made it to the end of episode 7, and we are ready to go. Look at that, 17.2 out of 17.4. That is great. You can't get much better than that. Only 2%, like little baby 2%. So, on that note, please, please, please look out for yourselves, look out for each other, and most importantly, look out for each other's families. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share. Hit the little notification ding bell so you get notified when Fury and Gutterball drop a video. Because as you can see, it is now Friday, and I am getting ready and excited to record with my brother. And on that note, please, please, please enjoy the night, the day, the weekend, and whenever you're watching that. And I will go ahead and finish seeding off camera. Get all 3. I will get this one done today in August. We'll go to September, and I will go ahead and put it at 1x speed, and I will seed that one over there in sorghum. Then I will let you guys come back, and we will then go down and do a contract. Well, we'll finish stacking our bales first, wrapping our bales first, and then we will go and do a grass contract. And then once we get through that day, which is September, we'll then seed sorghum in field 83. So that way this one's ready first. Well, the sorghum will be ready first, then that sorghum, then this one. And we can start having an alternate. And on that note, I love you all, and I will catch you all on the flip side.